Since March, work groups of educators and experts have urged Texas lawmakers to revise the current standards of sexual education across the state.
In a surprising turnout, the Republican-dominated board approved multiple revisions on November 20th. I got further insight on how this policy will affect Texas communities. Although sexual education is provided in most schools across the state of Texas, the current curriculum is limited and enforces an abstinence-only form of birth control. Last month, these policies were revised for the first time in over 2 decades. Newly approved teaching standards will now extend to 7th and 8th grade students and include information about sexually transmitted diseases and alternative forms of birth control.
Each and every student should have the tools to be physically, mentally, and sexually healthy. But when you have health, when you have something that talks about, how you stay healthy and safe is very intimate and very personal. You have to make sure that that curriculum is personal. Even though Texas is an extremely conservative state, we were able to open up and allow these conversations to happen. Even though at the end we didn't get this robust course that was fully inclusive, we're getting there.
Texas has one of the highest teen pregnancy rates in the country. Susan Harris, a midwife and nurse at Livestream Health Center, believes that the new policy is important to keep students safe and healthy.
I think education is obviously the most important. Probably the biggest obstacle that I come across is the parents, because the parents, of course, as a mom myself, we want our kids to be abstinent, but it's not always reality. Be accepting and help them get the information that they need so they don't end up with a baby that they didn't plan on or an STD that may have life-altering effects down the road.
While the new policies take important strides towards comprehensive sexual education programs, many students and parents still feel unsatisfied. Sophomore Cameron Delgado has taken steps in her own community through starting a petition, aiming to bring attention to the lack of inclusivity in the current curriculum.
The new policies are better than the old ones that were made like 20 plus years ago. Luckily, it's just a floor, so it's district to district. Those things can change, and that's kind of what we're pushing for. Access to sex education is something that's important for combating those kind of issues.
Don't just take what we adopted, take our foundation and make it better. And that's what I hope other states are able to do.
For KCBY, I'm Natalie Adams.